In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to trigger Salesforce Outbound message. By the end, you'll know exactly how to navigate setup, create an outbound message on the account object, choose the right fields, and save it so it's ready to be used by your automations. An outbound message lets Salesforce send a secure, system-to-system notification to an external endpoint when a record meets certain criteria in a workflow or approval process. Think of it as a reliable, push-style integration that sends selected fields in a SOAP message to your service. Start on your Salesforce homepage in Lightning. Open the gear icon in the top right and choose Setup for the current app. This takes you into the admin console where you can configure automation. In the quick find box on the left, type Outbound, then select Outbound Messages. If you see a prompt to continue, go ahead and confirm so you land on the Outbound Messages area. Before creating one, it helps to know where to monitor results. Click View Message Delivery Status to see the dashboard Salesforce uses to track deliveries, retries, and errors. This is where you'll come later to troubleshoot or confirm that messages were sent. When you're ready, return to the Outbound Messages list and click New Outbound Message. Choose the object your message will relate to. Change the object from None to Account, then proceed to the next screen. You'll now define the details of this outbound message. Give it a clear name that tells others what it does, for example, indicating it sends account updates. A unique name will auto-populate. You can keep it or adjust it to match your naming standards. Add a concise description so teammates understand when and why this message is used. In Endpoint URL, enter the external web service that will receive the message. This must be reachable over HTTPS and capable of handling Salesforce's SOAP 1.1 XML payload. If your endpoint is behind a firewall or uses an API gateway, make sure it's set up to accept calls from Salesforce and return an acknowledgement. Choose a user to send as. Pick an integration user with the right permissions on the account object. Salesforce uses this user's context for field visibility and audit trails. If you see a protected component option, review your packaging or security needs and set it according to your organization's policy. Next, select the fields to include in the message. On the left, you'll see account fields to send. Highlight account number and click Add to move it to the selected list on the right. Then select account source and click Add. Finally, find Active OOC, the custom field, and click Add. These three fields will be included in the outbound message payload. You can add or remove fields later, but keep in mind that every field you include must be accessible to the sending user and expected by your receiving service. When your details and field selections look good, choose Save to create the outbound message. If you're not ready, Cancel will discard the draft. After saving, you can always come back to edit the endpoint, change the sending user, or modify the fields as your integration matures. To monitor runtime behavior, return to View Message Delivery Status. Successful calls will show as delivered, and if the endpoint is temporarily unavailable, Salesforce queues and retries using an exponential backoff. Persistent failures will appear here with error details that help you pinpoint issues like authentication, schema mismatches, or network problems. A quick note on triggering: an outbound message doesn't fire on its own. It's invoked by a workflow rule or an approval process that references the outbound message you just created. That means once your message is set up, make sure your existing automation points to it so it runs when records meet your criteria. That's it. You navigated to setup, opened outbound messages, reviewed delivery status, created a new message for accounts, named and described it, specified the endpoint and sending user, selected account number, account source, and active VOC, and saved it. You're now ready to integrate Salesforce changes with your external system reliably and securely.